Hello everyone and welcome to Life Begins at 20. My name is Mark and today we have episode 18 of Booster Pack Friday. For those new to this show, what we're going to do is open up a pack of the latest set, have a look through and see what our pick one would be as if it was a draft. Now I just want to put your attention to something at the moment. These videos haven't been doing as amazingly as I was hoping for compared to the Q videos I have on the channel. So if you have gone onto Twitter for me, I'll put a link in the description below. I've got a little bit of a poll going just to see what you guys would prefer in terms of this, whether you want to keep this, which I'm more than happy to keep doing, or if there's something else that you would prefer, please do let me know on that Twitter post there. That'd be fantastic. So without any further ado, let's get stuck in. So we yet to open something truly incredible from this set on Booster Pack Fridays. I mean, I would love to open up an invention or something along those lines. That would be fantastic. So let's see what we're going to get for pack. If we pick one here. So starting off with Ali Stranger here. So for 2 and a black, it's a 2/3 with Menace, and that's just a pretty strong card. Menace is always great in a limited format as well, so that's nice to have. Renegade Map is a really nice card to have as well. So for 1, it enters the battlefield tapped. You can tap and sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand and shuffle your library. So this is great for getting yourself some mana fixing if need be. Improvised costs, plus it can get a nice revolt trigger offer as well. I just like this as an overall card. It's pretty solid. Next up, we've got Take Into Custody. So for 1 blue at instant speed, tap target creature, its opponent doesn't untap during its next controller's untap step. That's a really nice control card to have there if your opponent's got something really big you can't deal with, or if you're trying to swing in with your creatures, you can tap the opponent's creature and make it unable to block as well. So that's nice. Aether Chaser is next. So this is again one of my really favourite cards. An uncommon slot for this set is definitely up there for the cards I was looking at cube related wise. So for 1 and a red, it's 2/1 with first strike. So your creatures are going to have to, your opponent's going to have to block with something with 3 power, or sorry, 3 toughness just to be able to deal with this, or chump block very well. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy counters. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 2. If you do, create a 1/1 servo artifact creature token as well. So you're getting 3 2s worth of power for 2 there, and it's got 1 body's got first strike as well, so that's really nice. Next up, we've got Foundry Assembler. So for 5, it's a 3/3 with Improvise. So your artifacts can help pay for this as well, making it cheaper. You can get this later on quite cheap as well, and I don't have an issue with that, using the Improvise costs there to make that cheap. Bastion Enforcer is next. So for 2 and a white, you get yourself a 3/2. Not necessarily going to be a first pick by any stretch of the imaginations, but it's just a solid body. Next up, we've got Aether Stream Leopard. So for 2 and a green, it's a 2/3 with Trample, and when it enters the battlefield, you get 1 energy counter. Whenever it attacks, you can pay that 1. If you do, it gets +2/+0 until the end of turn. So 2/3 with Trampler for 3 isn't bad by any stretch of the imaginations. I do quite like that. Plus for that 1 turn, unless you can get yourself a lot more energy consistently, you've got yourself a 4/3 Trampler there for 3. I'm more than happy for that. That's really nice. Next up, we've got Night Market Guard. So for 3, it's a 3/1 that can block an additional creature each combat, and I do like this because it just means if your opponent's swinging in with some cheap small creatures, this thing is going to be able to potentially kill off a couple, so you can get yourself a nice 2-for-1 there. Next up, we've got Lifecraft Cavalry. So for 4 and a green, you've got yourself a 4/4 with Trample with a Revolt trigger here. So when it enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters, if a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, that Revolt trigger is really easy to actually achieve. So don't worry about seeing that on cards. It's really easy to achieve. So for 5, a 6/6 Trample, I'm more than happy going to pay for that. Into our uncommons, we've got Perilous Predicament here. So for 4 and a black, at instant speed, each opponent sacrifices an artifact creature and a non-artifact creature. So that's quite nice to have there. It just means you're going to get rid of potentially 2 creatures there as well for that 5 cost. Again, there are going to be cheaper ways to be able to get some of these creatures out, but the fact that he's got sacrifice there just means it's going to get away from anything potentially being indestructible. So I do like that. Next, we've got Shielded Aether Thief. So for 1 and a blue, it's a 0/4 with Flash. I do like this in blue as a defensive creature. Whenever it blocks, you get 1 energy counter. You can tap it and pay 3 to draw a card. This is going to be able to block a hell of a lot of things within this set. so I don't see a problem with that. Plus there are plenty of ways to gain energy counters, so being able to tap and get yourself some card draw along with a decent blocker body is really nice to have. Last of the uncommons here, we've got Cogwork Assembler. So for 3 you've got yourself a 2/3, and you can pay 7 to create a token that's a copy of target artifact. That token gains haste, exile it at the beginning of the next end step. So there are some really nice targets for this. 7 mana is really expensive though, but it's nice at the end when you get into an end game. You're getting a bit stale, you know, both sides are stalled on the board and you just need something just to push you over the edge. This is quite nice to have. And for our rare, we've got Karizev's Expertise, which is one I actually really do like. So for 1 and 2 red, gain control of target creature or vehicle until the end of turn, untap it, it gets haste until the end of turn, and you may cast a card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost, and I really do like that about these expertise cards. The floor is fairly low, depending on what happens. So I mean, if you've got a 2-cost or a 1-cost spell to be able to play straight after this, fantastic. If not necessarily the end of the world. Best case scenario though, I mean, you know, you can be able to get yourself a free creature to swing in for, potentially even put Karizev out as well, which would be fantastic with that style of deck, or even a nice piece of removal to even just get rid of that same creature that you've actually gained control of. If you've got a sacrifice outlet as well, that would be absolutely fantastic. I mean, your Henny would be perfect for it. You've stolen a creature, you've dealt damage to your opponent with that creature, and then you sacrifice it away, and it would be perfect. But I really do like these expertise cards. We've got ourselves a foil. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, it's just a foil mount in there, and we've got a Tezzeret emblem as well. So not the greatest pack in the world here, but I'd have to go with Carrie's Expertise. Although there will be situations in the game where Perilous Predicament will come out as a better card due to the flaw of the Expertise one being particularly low. Stealing a creature or a vehicle for a turn and getting a free 2-drop is great value. It also helps you to get that extra little bit of damage through. The card is perfect if you have a nice sacrifice outlet after combat, just to be able to get a little bit of extra value out of the card that you've stolen. Plus, please remember to make sure you have enough to crew the vehicle if you end up trying to steal it. So there are definitely a few ways to go in this pack with no outstanding card. Let me know in the comments section below what you would have picked. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. As I said at the start of the video, I have a Twitter poll going as to whether people would like to see these Booster Pack Friday videos continue or they'd like to get changed. So again, do let me know either in the comments section today or via that Twitter poll. Please vote on that, just so I know what you would prefer to have. As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so, as I bring out new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.